welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Dovey. Today we are doing um, our October reading, and this is Taurus's reading. Okay, welcome, Tauruses. First, we're going to get started with the general reading, just whatever's going on, the energy I pick up for you guys for October, and then we will go into career and money, and then love for both singles and then those who are coupled. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Please tell me about the general energy around Taurus for the month of October. Temperance. It's a lot. Okay, Temperance, the Fool. Everybody seems to be going into like some type of new beginning. Knight of Cups, Two of Cups, Queen of Swords. Are you becoming more discerned in your relationships? Four Wands, Death, Nine of Wands, Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, I feel like you're like, I need to choose better. Like, but it feels like this could be about friendships, not necessarily romantic. Yeah, I feel like you're intentionally um yeah, I feel like you're like I've given too much to people who are not giving back to me, right? These I feel like these relationships or friendships were outdated. Maybe you held on to them because they felt familiar. Maybe they were from high school, college, the area you grew up in, but you changed, so you no longer feel comfortable in this setting with these people. um and I feel like you've been knowing this for a while, but now you're doing it without guilt because you're like, I can't. I always tell people that you are the sum of your friends, right? So if you have five friends who like to talk and gossip behind people's back, or just are superficial, whatever, not genuine in their relationships, then you too are going to be that type of person eventually. Because if you're around these type of people all the time, you're going to absorb their ways and their energy, right? Saying like, another example, if you have five friends that don't handle their money well, they're always going out, spending every last dime, robbing Peter to pay Paul, like, guess what? You're going to be the sixth broke friend, right? So I feel like you feel like your energy has shifted so much that these people don't resonate with you anymore. So you've become more discerning about who you want around in your life. Yeah, so I feel like you are shifting out of these friendships. Why is the Two of Cups here? King of Pentacles and Ten of Wands. Okay. They may have been not just hurting your self-esteem, but also draining you of your funds. Maybe you were the successful one, so they felt like almost entitled to your wealth, and because they're your friends and you're a giving person, you were, obliging them. But now you're okay, I don't feel like they almost like picture you. I feel like they almost were making you guilty or picture you as a bitch or not very like stuck up or whatever, if you didn't give into them, especially financially. Um, yeah, it's giving like these people really weren't your friend. Maybe you started out that way, like especially when you guys are young and just but they haven't grown. They haven't changed and you have, and they feel like you owe them something. Seven of Cups and Four of Cups. Yeah, I just feel like you don't want to live in this disillusion. Like, I don't know. Like, I even feel like they used to even like invite you out to places, and here you are thinking everybody's splitting the bill, and then all of a sudden when the bill comes, it's like, oh well, I only brought this amount. This is like they always they. It became like, yeah, they were taking advantage of you. It came where yes, at first you didn't mind because you know that you had, you might make more money than your friends. So at first you didn't mind being the one to maybe put out more money sometimes when you guys went on trips or whatever. But now you're like, it's almost like you're acting like you're entitled to my money, or that I have to do these things for you. And no, ma'am, I do not. Yeah, Two of Pentacles in reverse. Like I'm not making up for what you lack. That's not my fault because I'm successful and you haven't become what you want to become. Yeah, you're definitely going through a transformation, and it feels like in your friendships. Yeah, the Sun and the Six of Swords. Like I'm ready to move on and make myself happy. This was similar energy to Virgo's reading too. Just not giving so much anymore. Yeah, Eight of Swords in reverse. Like I'm not feeling like I'm the victim, or that I'm entitled to like give to these people, heal these people, whatever. Like they were trying to make you their everything, right? Ace of Cups. Yeah, like you were in a community, but nobody was filling your cup, and you couldn't figure it out because you're like, I fill their cups all the time, but nobody's coming by to fill my cup or even asking me, am I thirsty? Like they're not like they're not even asking me, is there anything that they could do for me? And you would accept anything. You like your friends, you know who they are. You know if they don't have the finances to do certain things. But you're like, I would have like invite me out for a cup of coffee, pay for a cup of coffee, do something, right? Or that's in your means, but any little thing means something, right? That seems to be the theme of today's readings. Like the small things matter, and no matter what type of relationship you're in, like saying thank you. If you know I'm not doing well, call me. How are you feeling? Do you want me to bring you some chicken noodle soup or something? Like, I'm not asking you to go and pay for a full girls trip on a Caribbean island. Like, you know what I'm saying? But they would expect that of you. I'm getting upset for you, Taurus. Three of Swords and World. Yeah, like I'm done with it. I'm done with the disappointments, thinking that they should treat me the way that I treat them, and if they don't see the need for that, why am I friends with them? Let me pull some oracle for you. Please tell me about the month of October for Taurus. Love is all around you. Which I'm like, yeah, I feel like you're like, I'm gonna go find some better friends. Time for a deep dive. and embrace the in between. Okay. So I feel like you're ready to go find new friendships, new groups to be in. You may meet them doing like karaoke or something, or a concert, something to do with music or dancing or a play or something. But anyways, yeah, I feel like you're just gonna be enjoying your own company, taking yourself out, doing all the things for yourself that you were doing for other people. So, um, and then eventually your tribe, your soul tribe, is gonna show up. But I think you should take this time just to kind of be your own friend. It's supposed to come out. Yep, be at home. Find your own security within yourself. And then transformation is beautiful. Yep. So once you transform and heal from these toxic relationships, then you will um, be ready to embrace new friendships. Okay. Okay. So that's the general energy. Let's go ahead and see what's going on for. Also, don't feel guilty. I feel like there's a little bit of guilt laying around that you had to turn your back on these people. Don't feel guilty for being successful. Don't feel guilty for putting in boundaries. Don't They treated you this way. You didn't treat them that way. And there's nothing that you could have done differently. You didn't attract these people. There's nothing that you could have done differently, okay? This is just how the cookie crumbled. All right. So, let's go ahead into career and money now. Please tell me about Taurus's career and money in October. Ace of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. Well, money seems to be doing very well come October. I heard settlement, so maybe if somebody has a lawsuit or waiting on money, that could be coming in October. Ten of Cups. Also, I feel like you're gonna have more money because you don't have these leeches around you anymore. Even if you weren't giving them money, like them leeching on your energy was maybe taking time away from you putting in work or doing good work. So now all that is coming into balance. The Lovers. Yeah. It's funny, it's like we're taught in society to constantly like be of help and give to others. But it's funny about when you choose yourself, the universe just seems to open up and all the abundance falls out. I don't know what it's weird because we're taught the opposite, but I'm wondering if we're taught the opposite to keep us like down, like not allowing us to be abundant. And I don't know. It needs to be a balance. I do feel like we are supposed to um take care of one another just on humankind level, but it's something about, I'm sure it has something to do with law of attraction. It's something about when you choose yourself and start giving to yourself, it just tells the universe to give you more, right? And I think that's what's happening for you, Taurus. You're choosing yourself and it's making everything open up for you. The world. Literally, you'll be holding the world. Maybe you're going to get a chance to travel. Some of you want to travel for work, and that is a dream job. So I don't know. You could be some type of photographer, scientist. You work in aviation somehow, but you're going to be, yeah, literally the whole world is going to be opening up for you. Maybe if you do something online, you're going viral, or your product is going viral. Yeah, Three of Wands and Empress. What did I say? Literally, you got the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles and a career money reading. Like, your whole world is about to expand because you chose you. It may be somebody too that you come in contact with that gives you an opportunity of a lifetime. They're showing up as a King of Swords. Like, something about you, they've been looking for you. Something about you that you do or your skill set solves an issue for them, right? Yeah, the way in which you do something is something like they've been looking for this. Nice. So 6 of Wands and Knight of Swords. Yeah, like a beautiful mind is what I'm hearing. So something, how you think or how you see things is going to be very important in the month of October. Empress here. Like, you don't see this coming. I mean, you're seeing it now because I'm telling you about it. But right now, as you stand today, Taurus, you're like, I even feel like some of you are like, yeah, this part of the reading is not for me. I don't see this, or I don't got no unique style. I mean, skill set. I just said unique style, so maybe that's it. Maybe somebody's going to ask you to jump on a runway or something. Ace of Wands. What's the Ace of Wands here? 9 of Wands. Yeah, like this. I feel like if some of you have been kind of at a standstill, October is definitely things are gonna get moving. Why is the Eight of Pentacles here? Some of you, this is funding too coming in. Like, if you had an idea or a project or something that you're working on, maybe a researcher, you're getting your grant. Like, it's funding for what you need. Everything that is good. Yeah, Chariot. All things are a go. You're ready to take off. There's a lot of airplane stuff going on here. I feel like travel is definitely going to be a thing. Okay. And let's pull some oracle for you. Please tell me about Taurus and their career and money for October. The Siren. Yeah, that says something about you is standing out to somebody. The Siren. Anima Mundi, and I said yes. It's like you have a beautiful mind in the way that it's the way that you think, or the knowledge that you hold is going to be very useful to somebody. The Sustainer, you're not going to worry about money. Shapeshifter. So maybe you have an idea or something that's going to shift. So you may have an idea or the knowledge or the skill to create a new technology, a new movement, something that's going to shift whatever industry that you're in. It's going to be different, right? You could work in technology. Maybe you're working on something AI related that's going to be to shift the way we do something for the rest of our lives. And then you have the gem at the bottom. Meaning, yes, the gem is like, you see how it's almost like the needle in the haystack. Like, I feel like something special, and then the crone at the bottom. So it's some wisdom that's within you, something that you know that others don't know. I don't know. Maybe you know what I'm talking about, or you're going to know what I'm talking about, but this is only something that you would have been able to do, Taurus. And you just needed somebody to recognize it, or you needed funding to get it off the ground. But that's coming in October, or at least the opportunity to advance this. Okay. Alrighty. So that's what we have for career and money. And let's shift to love for singles first, and then I'll do those in a relationship. Please tell me about Taurus, the singles in October. What's their love looking like? Five of Cups, Knight of Swords, Moon, and the Fool. All right, it looks like some type of disappointment coming in with your love life, but it leads to a new beginning. So I don't feel like it's something that's coming out the blue though. I kind of feel like this is like you and somebody else finally like admitting like how you feel about one another, and it's saying like, I kind of think it's time for us to move on, right? But you've been feeling like it's. I almost feel like maybe you guys were staying together because financially, like maybe you guys were renting an apartment or a house together, and so you kind of just pretended to go on with the relationship because you're like you knew you couldn't afford to move out and they couldn't afford to move out. It feels like a relationship out of a need, right? But I feel like you guys are finally coming together, like, you know what? I don't really want to be in this relationship anymore. I don't really want to be in this situation. And then it's changing your guys' relationship and your dynamic. So maybe you'll still be roommates, but now that you guys are like being honest with one another, it kind of feels like a relief because you're like, all right, I don't have to pretend to still like this person because I didn't want to get kicked out, right? And they feel the same way. So now the relationship has shifted. Like, and if that doesn't resonate, maybe you're just saying to somebody, I think we're better friends than lovers, right? But it feels like it was already meant to happen. Like both of you knew it. It's just finally you guys are saying it out loud to one another. Okay. So now you're becoming newly single. Ooh, hold on. I don't think my table was locked into place. I got cards all on the floor. Sorry. All right. So yeah, I don't feel like it's any type of real sadness behind it because I kind of feel like you both already knew the relationship was been done, right? Yeah, Six of Wands. So now you guys both kind of feel relief. You might even be like laughing about it, like, yeah, well, I knew. Yeah, Tower. Like, I knew this was not a thing anymore. So, Ten of Swords, King of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, Eight of Wands. Yeah, so now you guys are getting what you want from this person, the relationship that you want. Now that it has cleared, you're like, oh, okay, that's how you feel. That's how I felt. Like, so now we can just be friends, right? Like, or um, let's just make this strictly about business. So maybe you guys work together or have some type of um partnership or something. So now you guys can just solely focus on that part of your relationship, right? And it ends up working out for you. Or because you settle that with that person, it's kind of like something is lifted off of you. So now you have more of like a glow to you. So now you're actually going to be attracting somebody new in. Okay, but I feel like you had to clearly define what was going on with you and this other person. This is this is different. Ten of Swords. Why is the Ten of Swords here? Star. Yeah. Now you guys can look forward to a better future. Yeah. Just needed to express how you were feeling, or how they were feeling. And you have the Judgment at the bottom. So now everything's clear. Now we can move on. I feel like it's pretty clear, but I'll pull some oracles, see if anything else wants to come out for my singles. Oop, that's a lot. All right, so you got Dove Spirit, be peace, seeing the big picture, Giraffe Spirit, magic works through you, the Scarab Beetle, and Cow Spirit, miracles are endless. Yeah, I just feel like this was bothering the both of you, and you couldn't. Neither one of you was really saying what was really going on, right? So now, because you guys have this conversation, you're like, oh, well, you feel the same way. Well, I feel the same way too. Okay, well, let's do things differently. And now it's everything is cohesive between you guys because you decided to be friends, right? Or you're going to stay roommates because it works out beneficially for both of you financially, right? And then so now you guys both get what you want and also can bring in new relationships, right? Because you're like, okay, I've let this go. Yeah, let it shine is at the bottom. So I kind of feel like you're going to be glowing and you're going to bring in a relationship that's meant for you now, right? And again, it feels like Taurus, you're moving away from people pleasing, right? Because it feels like in the general reading, I was saying about you're changing your relationships about giving too much, and not getting anything in return. And I feel like it was the same with you and this person. Like, you guys were pretending to still like each other and be mates and not knowing neither one of you was interested in that part of the relationship anymore, but you needed something from them. So, yeah, my world. I keep you in mind when I'm making decisions, and I include you in all my plans, every action, every dream, and I love doing life with you. You mean so much to me. Without you, I feel like nothing. So I feel like that's this person saying, like, you are a significant part of my life. You mean the world to me. There's no love lost, but I know that you and I are meant to be together. But I still want to keep you in my life because I do care for you, right? One more, Spirit. And we'll move on to those in a relationship. Blessed. Yeah, I'm blessed to know you, pretty much. Um, you are a precious gift in my life. I feel like us being together is divine. Yeah, they feel blessed to have you, even if there isn't this, sexual relationship anymore. And then at the bottom, you have let go of fear. So it was a fear of speaking up. They felt like they will lose you altogether, or you felt this way about them, right? But now knowing that they'll still be your friend, it's such a relief, like I said, and you're really going to shine now and draw in the person that is meant for you. Alrighty, singles, I wish you well. If you're not staying around for the end of the reading, please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you at the next one, okay? Take care. Bye bye. All right, couples. Those who are coupled in Taurus, October. What's their love going? Seven of Cups, Two of Pentacles. Uh-oh. Yeah. Let's see. Let's keep it moving. Maybe it's not what I think it is. Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, Six of Swords. I feel like you're tired of playing games with someone. And that's what I'm getting so far. Three of Cups. Yeah. I feel like if you're in a committed relationship, you're moving on from this. You're tired of this person being maybe immature, playing games. You feel like they could be juggling you and another person, at least another person. You don't feel like they really show their true selves, their true feelings. You feel depleted, like I gave this my all and they treated me like an option, or at least like a joke, like, yeah. Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups. You're deciding to walk away and just probably work on yourself for now. Maybe focus in on more on other things, career maybe. um yeah, it's definitely giving I'm over it. Yeah, Five of Swords. King of Cups at the bottom, maybe a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces that you're dealing with. Why is the Three of Cups here? Ten of Swords. Yeah, like it's not, the fun is going. I feel like you want more of a serious commitment, and this person is saying they do, but they're not showing it. The Lovers. Yeah, I feel like they're choosing to be intentionally mysterious, intentionally um, confusing. I'm hearing like talking out both sides of their neck, like saying one thing one day, then saying something another day. It's to keep you in constant confusion and hoping you will hold on. Why is the Hermit here? Yeah, it's time to go into your cave, your shell, whatever. Why is Five of Swords here? Two of Swords. Yeah. They're not gonna see this coming. They think they had you under their thumb. This may have been a long-term relationship. It feels like could have met them when you were younger. Four of Swords. Yeah, you're like, I don't care how much time I've put into it. I'm not gonna put not another minute. Why is the Eight of Cups here? Five of Wands. Yeah, you're like, I'm tired of arguing. I'm tired of fighting. Like, there's nothing here for me. I'm ready to move on. Two of Wands at the bottom. Yeah, I definitely feel like this person prioritizes other things before this relationship. Um, Whether it's friendships, other people that they may be dating that you're not knowing about. Um, yeah, I don't think they ever. I don't know. It's almost like they kept you around because I hate to say it, but they knew they already worked their game on you, and it's kind of like, yeah, the truth. This is justice. So the truth is like they just knew they've already put their work in with you, right? They already know how to manipulate you, and that's why they held on to you, even though they don't really have an interest in really being with you, like putting in true work and true feelings. Um, they just know that they can get to you. Yeah, the unseen. They think that you don't see the games or the manipulation that they play. And maybe you didn't see it at first, right? But you're seeing it just as clear as day now. And they never thought that was going to come. The queen. Yeah, they never thought the day was going to come when you realize your worth. You're the queen, right? Pay attention to how you feel when you're around this person. You feel drained. You feel like you're just not getting what you need. Do they just diminish you when you are, doing well or looking good or achieving something? Do they always have something like a slight to say? The prayer. Yeah, I feel like your spirit guides and your ancestors, whoever you believe in spirit, has been trying to get your attention to this, but also help you move this person out of your life, right? Um, but yeah, I feel like you're getting it in the month of October, okay? Follow your bliss. Feel good. Know that you're happy. Um, there's guidance from a higher realm. Have faith that it's safe to love me as much as I love you. Our union is protected by angels. I feel like that's the new love coming in that you're going to experience. Spirit is telling you that when this comes in, you can trust it. Um, Yeah, it's saying because once you move on from this, again, it's kind of similar to the singles message. Like once you move on from this toxic relationship, because you'll be feeling more happy, more joyful, your energy will be back up. You're going to be glowing, right? And you're going to attract what you need, the person that you need. Um, and I feel like this is your spirit guide. Someone, don't worry. The next one that's coming towards you, you're gonna know, okay, and it's gonna be safe for you to love that person. Yeah, you're protected at the bottom of the deck, so you'll know your intuition. I feel like is stronger now, obviously, because you're figuring out that this person is not who they say they are, and they're never going to be, right? So I feel like you're gonna know. Maybe it's not the very next person, but it may be the person after that person, right? But you're gonna know. You're not going. I don't feel like you're gonna fall for the wrong person this time, okay? And I don't think this person was wrong in the time that you met them. They might have been okay then, but they evolved into something that you weren't expecting, right? All right, that's what I have for you guys, Taurus. Please like, share, and subscribe so you know when I post new videos. And I will see you guys at the next one. Okay, take care. Bye bye.